NFL people of all creeds and colors. We got a Chargers guy, we got a Deion Sanders guy, we got a YouTuber, we got a Jordan Reed. Everybody's like, yo, this Jimmy Horn kid.
It's real important, you know. It's a lot of ups and downs that come with the game. You know, people love you, people hate you, and it's just how you feel about yourself. You know, can't nobody tell you about yourself more than you know yourself.
The NFL Combine is wrapping up, sadly, because it means there's not as much football around. But a good thing for a few choice athletes is that they made a lot of money. And Jimmy Horn is one of those players who made a lot of money. Now, he didn't run the 40 time that I thought he was going to blaze. But everything else that everyone else had to say about Jimmy Horn and LeJohntay Wester is positive, but mostly Jimmy Horn. He dominated. He had people talking about how explosive he was, how great he did in the Gauntlet. So today, we got some film on him actually doing the drill. So we got his Gauntlet, we got his 40-yard time. LeJohntay, I believe we got a few of his drills. We're going to watch, go through that. And we're going to listen to LeJohntay and Jimmy Horn, some of their interviews at the Combine. Listen to Shedeur talk about it. And then also some throwback videos of both of them kind of alluding to the point they are now. And then review the damage they've done because it's really good. And they're in a really good spot to go ahead and get in the draft, man. If you're enjoying these videos, leave a like on the video if you like it, dislike if you don't like it. Subscribe if you enjoy college football content, draft content, football content. We do transfer portal, NIL updates, all that fun stuff, man. I appreciate you for stopping by. So let's start right here with Shedeur Sanders, of all people, talking about some receivers he wants at that next level. Let's hear about it.
Throwing to Travis Hunter, LeJohntay Wester, Will Shepherd, and Jimmy Horn.
What about?
And here we go with Jimmy Horn.
One thing I want teams to know that I'm willing to work. You know, I'm a real humble guy. You know, and I play like a dog. I'm a dog on the field. And I got a lot of grit in me. I want to give him a shout out right there. Give him right there a shout out with the camera, man. You know, they helped me out a lot. For moments like this, for real, with all the cameras and stuff. Like, I was kind of a little camera shy when I first got there, but now, like, it's kind of second nature. Give a shout out to my boy Bucket, man. 365 days in the year, don't trip by one. That's something I live by, and I'm pretty sure Shedeur think like that too. It's real important, you know. It's a lot of ups and downs that come with the game. You know, people love you, people hate you, and it's just how you feel about yourself. You know, can't nobody tell you about yourself more than you know yourself. Shedeur was a great teammate in the huddle. You know, if you ain't know something, he'll help you out. If you need help with something off field, he'll help you out. And like watching film and stuff like that, he could break film down with you and everything. Man, Coach Prime got a great relationship. It's like a father and son relationship, you know. And over these years, I met Coach Prime in high school, you know. That's really my big decision to go to Colorado. You know, they was recruiting me back in high school. And I kind of had a connection with him back then because I was about to go to Jackson State, but I went to USF. And just Coach Prime, he always been a man of his word to me. And I love the man to death. It's real special. Overly blessed. Shout out to Jalen Wester, man. Yeah. Shedeur a real great quarterback, you know, and I love catching balls from him. You know, don't take that the wrong way. But Shedeur a good quarterback.
No, dog.
You know, and I'm proud of him, and I can't wait to see what his future holds for him.
That was a little greasy here, but here goes LeJohntay kind of talking about why he chose Colorado.
Very dominant at FAU. What brought you to CU, even though it's kind of a crowded wide receiver room?
For this moment, for this level, it's not no guarantee that I'm gonna be drafted high or being able to to come in an organization and impact the game early. I wanted to show the scouts and the league that I could be a role guy. I could come in and be a role guy and still be productive and still be that guy. Like I told my dad after the season, like I just found out like you don't have to be that guy to be that guy.
I like that a lot from LeJohntay because it not only does it give really good signs to what that, you know, what he is as a player to some of these GMs, but doubly too, right? I think it's just a good thing to kind of remind, right? I think it's a good nomenclature to kind of keep around you, especially. I'm gonna see you at the top, and I gotta be honest with you, Mr. Jimmy. You helped yourself out getting to the top a lot better. So now that we've kind of alluded to some things, let's react to some things. And I think the biggest thing we react to isn't even really the drills, it's the reception that Jimmy Horn got. I saw 4.46, and it's not that I don't think 4.46 isn't fast. It's just that I think if you watch LeJounte and Jimmy Horn run, they look like they're running 4.3s at all times, right? Here's Louis Riddick of ESPN saying, wide receiver Jimmy Horn makes everything he does look easy. That was not no paid whatever. I know, hey, by the way, Louis Riddick and Deion are linked up, so don't. And you know what I'm saying? There is some bias there, but at the same time, he didn't say LeJounte and everybody. No, he said Jimmy Horn. And it's consistent. Here's Brett Colliman, one of my favorite NFL YouTubers, and at this point, a certified NFL scout. He works with the Chargers. He's at the Combine yearly for the last, I think, 3 to 4 years. So I think he knows what he's looking at. Best skill possession players on the field today, in my opinion, Amarion Hampton, Jalen Noel, Jaden Higgins, R.J. Harvey, Jordan James, Jimmy Horn Jr., and, of course, Kyle Williams out of Wazoo. You got Jordan Reed, another NFL guy, saying Jimmy Horn Jr. has had a terrific workout. His twitch and suddenness are outstanding, and that is where we get to my yap, right? Actually, let's hold the yap. Let me show you. Let's watch him fly for a second. It's not going to take too long, but then we'll get to yapping on these numbers because I think he made a really good point. The suddenness and things like that, because I think that's really the buying factor of Jimmy Horn. But let's watch him run the gauntlet, if you will. Let's go. We don't need this here. Boom, boom. Us. Very in control here. Very in control. Woo! Hey, he slipped there at the end, but that's all good. That happens to the best. That transition was off. 1, 2, everything's very smooth, and he's gonna drop one of them. It's all good because he turns it up and makes people see. Man, when he starts tight roping up that sideline, boy, it's good to see. Here's old Quinny Ewers giving a delivery. I'm sorry, it looks like a potato. We're on Twitter here. We might actually have to go to, but I mean, you get it. It's an out route. Or this is a corner. Sorry, it's a corner route because I was about to say if that's an out route, that's not good. Yeah, okay, it's a C route. Boom, boom, smooth out that break though. I mean, if y'all have watched, you know what I'm saying, Jimmy Horn, you know that's par for the course. Just just slightness, just too smooth. And then here he is, another view from the gauntlet. Boom. Again, it is potato level. It's all I can do. It's Twitter, dog. Tell Elon to fix his, you know what I mean? But that brings me to my yap session. And my yap session about Jimmy Horn Jr. is that, like I said, and probably like the title of the video says, that boy made a lot of money. He made a lot of money. Look, the 40-yard dash is actually probably a lot more important of a drill for wide receivers, like weighted wise over a lot of other positions when it comes to the NFL Combine. I get that. But the good thing is the 4.46 is not a bad number, right? 4.5 is not a bad number. He measures in at 5'8", right? Jimmy Horn Jr. did 5'8" and some change, which is really good. Just 5'9". You know, he puts the cleats on. He's right there at 5'11", right? You know, it's enough to get it done. The legs are long, the arms are long, the hands are decent, right? The hands are soft as well. But I think LeJounte has better hands. But what Jimmy Horn excels and keeps showing and it keeps popping up and people keep talking about it is the suddenness, the explosiveness, right? Now that we've seen it, by the way, LeJounte Wester and Jimmy Horn ran the same exact 40-yard dash. The only reason why I bring that up, shout out to LeJounte, like I said, he didn't do him no, he didn't have a bad day. I'll tell you that. He didn't have a bad day. The thing about Jimmy Horn and LeJounte, obviously they're similar sizes, both from Florida, right? Both play that slot E position and probably project as a slot type guy. But here we go into the differences, right? And then I was thinking about this. I was like, how do you quantify the differences in these basically slot receiver builds, right? I don't want Jimmy Horn as a true outside. I don't want LeJounte as a true outside receiver. And it's not because I don't have confidence in them. It's because they're limited a little bit by their frame, and from their speed, they're limited by their speed. But a 4.46 receiver is nasty in the slot. He's gonna diabolical in that slot, working these intermediate routes, getting matched up with linebackers, maybe some faster safeties, like maybe some taller safeties who just can't cover and can't break the way Jimmy Horn can be. That is where these two players separate themselves, right? LeJounte Wester, I feel like, is like a true slot guy. Wes Welker, like, I'm a workhorse guy. He's a safety blanket. He's there when you need it. He's clearly has the speed, and he has enough twitch to get around people and enough to get the job done when it comes to Rack. But Rack is Jimmy Horn's middle name, right? He is the poster child for a Rack guy. That is a guy that, okay, I'm gonna work him in the slot, but I probably also want to throw him screens, right? And LeJounte can do it too. It's just one of those, anything you can do when it comes to speed and suddenness specifically, Jimmy Horn does better when it comes to these two things, right? LeJounte seems to be more polished in there, and injury problems, right? It's the floor and ceiling convo, right? Jimmy Horn has this amazing ceiling with this speed, with the suddenness, with the control, the contact balance. It looks so enticing, but LeJounte actually checks those boxes, right? Like LeJounte, like, it's all great to say that you could do all these things, but Jimmy Horn was hurt, right? It's all great that you can say that things, but LeJounte showed up. And he didn't just show up in slot receiver moments. No, he showed up in number one receiver moments, bailing out Colorado a few times, bailing out Shador, and giving him the opportunity. So I'm only talking about this because I think it highlights the difference between what makes an NFL player. And it's the same reason why Jimmy Horn's getting these looks. And it's the same reason why Jimmy Horn now from the combine is even getting more looks, because they're just looking at you physically. It's take all the teams away, take all the whoever, take all the position, X, Y, slot, D, whatever, take all that away. How do you do it? And Jimmy Horn's tape, and the way people are talking about Jimmy Horn, is sounding like he can walk into the league and be pretty dominant. And make an immediate impact. And I think LeJounte can too. But people want to talk about Jimmy. We're going to give LeJounte his time too. Let's talk about it. Now, the top 25 wide receivers for 40-yard times, obviously 4.46, we saw a lot of them. So off the bat, he's already a top 10 receiver when it comes to 40-yard times. That might not sound like a lot, but again, these are receivers that they already running fast. So it's like, if you're in the top 10 of a bunch of motherfuckers that run really fast, you're okay. All right. So Jimmy Horn's there. Don't forget, LeJounte Russell run the same exact time. But then we get into what is the separation between these, right? Where does that explosiveness show up? And you can see it here at the top speeds. So you see, first of all, hilarious. Isaiah Bond said he's going to run a 4.2 and then went out there and ran a 4.4. Golly, still fast, but whatever. Matthew Golden 4.3, crazy. Top speed though, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So number 10, right? Number 10 in actual 40-yard time, but 40-yard dash top speed, number 5. So that is just, and mind you, Jimmy Horn was dealing with a hamstring problem. Jimmy Horn was dealing with just not being healthy this season. So if you think that he was able to be 100% and also be able to work the 40-yard, like, it's a technique thing. And y'all saw, if y'all watched my Shiloh video, I know a lot of y'all watched my Shiloh video. You know what I'm saying? That's probably all you hear. I know a lot of y'all have watched the Shiloh video, but go watch it. Go watch that NFL level guy walk through the intricacies of a 40-yard dash. There's people who just aren't like good at running 40 yards. Tyreek Hill, somebody put the Tyreek. I don't know if I have my interns working on it to play his 40-yard. Like, some of the fastest guys, people who you perceive as burners in the league, they don't have the highest 40 times. Where's John Ross, right? I hate to say it, but where's Henry Ruggs? Even though Henry Ruggs is breaking out, it's kind of wrong to say. Like, these people who just run fast, it doesn't usually pan out. It's like a threshold. Once you start getting into these past these 4.29s, past those 4.2, 4.25, all that 4.2, 4.28, it's too much. I hope you do great, Matthew Golden. We're gonna have a video for him too. If y'all want to see that, y'all let me know, because I want to talk about Quinn Ewers making a good name for himself. I want to talk about Matthew Golden sliding up 4.29. I ain't never. And y'all, hey, just so you know, that's my boy. 4th and 13. That's my boy. But I ain't never 4.29. What? Wingo was supposed to be the speedster for us. What's it called? The fresher for Ryan Wingo. He was supposed to be the burner. Isaiah Bond was supposed to be the burner. 4.29. Ugh. Anyway, that's not what we're here to do. Back to what I have to talk about. There is a reason that there's a difference between Jimmy Horn and LeJounte from a physical aspect, right? Just from me being a scout and looking and seeing, if I'm seeing someone who's breaking top speed records, and let's go one step further. Show him the graph, dog. Here's the graph of the top speeds for 40-yard dash. Here's the top speeds in the Gauntlet drill. Guess who shows up at number 1? Jimmy Horn. This is what they're seeing. 10-8 broad jerk, 38 vertical. And I don't want to say, so 10-8 broad jump, 38 vertical, 32 vertical, 10-1 broad jump, 152. LeJounte can do most of these things. But you know what LeJounte seemingly can't show up in is right here. It's not about speed with Jimmy Horn. It's that suddenness. It's that quickness. It's that change of direction that we've seen from so many great NFL players, and specifically great NFL wide receivers, that has NFL people of all creeds and colors. We got a Chargers guy. We got a Deion Sanders guy. We got a YouTuber. We got a Jordan Reed. Everybody's like, yo, this Jimmy Horn kid is popping up. And it's because when the balls are flying, pause. Wait a minute. Pause. Wait, this is crazy. Okay. I just got a text from my next door neighbors and said that I can't scream balls anymore because when the balls are flying, guess who's the fastest? Guess who's the speediest? Guess who's the most electric? It's Jimmy Horn Jr. I was not expecting that. I got to be honest with you. I was expecting him to break some necks. But coming from an injury, not running the flashiest 40-yard. Now, a 40-yard, it'll get you past. This is where it matters here. Everybody can run fast, but shaving time off of 40 yards is about technique. Showing up in both the top 5s and then number 1 in the fastest top speeds in drills when the balls are flying and or when the 40-yard line, that's the demonstration of true real deal speed right there. And let's not take too much long because here are both the Florida boys combined from CU. Obviously, you said 38, 10, 8, and then 40 out 4.46. 4.47 for LeJounte. It's an official 4.46. So let's not get it twisted. That boy can move too. LeJounte, I believe, is an inch taller. Let's see what he measured in at. Do they have it here? 5'10. Yeah, so he measured at a true 5'10. So he can work. He can work the slot in a really good way. Because so when I say that, I mean like, he doesn't have to be just a slot guy. But when I say slot things, right, those are those high level, choice routes, like those rowdy routes, those Hunter Renfrow routes. I would say Ladd McConkey, but they use Ladd McConkey as like a number 2 receiver. They use him to, and I think LeJounte can be used in that same way too. These two guys who came into this with undrafted ranking to then come here and turn heads, and only one of them needs to turn heads, right? Jimmy Horn turns head. Okay, maybe somebody reaches for him in the 3rd. That'd be kind of crazy. Again, he's going from undrafted free agent ranking to 3rd round. I think that's a little far-fetched. But maybe he goes in the 3rd. Maybe LeJounte goes in the 4th. And maybe that team that he goes to is the same team as Shedeur Sanders. I've been telling you, motherfuckers. I've been telling y'all. Look, y'all think y'all screaming nepotism right now. Y'all screaming all this, whatever. And I made a crazy idea was that, what if a team just says, hey, yo, I want Travis Hunter and I want Shedeur 2-3, just like they did with CJ Stroud and Will Anderson. Hey, give me my new quarterback, okay? And then give me my hallmark defensive piece that's going to be an all-pro and anchor this defense for us. Why not? You take a risk on a quarterback. CJ Stroud was not a consensus. CJ Stroud was not the dude y'all think he was, or we talked to him about when he got drafted. You take Shedeur Sanders, CJ Stroud, again, not same quarterback. Chill. But an not unproven, but a quarterback that a lot of people got question mark. Is he really the guy? Fuck it. Put your chips on the table. Put your balls on the table and get me both of them. Give me Travis Hunter. Oh, but you mess up, can't get the draft. You only get Shedeur. Well, how about I pick up Jimmy Horn and LeJounte, who not only are being grouped together just because of their skill sets, what they do, XYZ. LeJounte a little taller, a little longer, can do a little more things over the middle of the field because of that length. Again, that's why I say he's a way better true slot guy. I think he can do a lot more dirty work because of his physical traits, right? Because of his ability to be there, okay? And then you take that with someone like Jimmy Horn, who every single offensive coordinator, them offensive like them Cliff Kingsbury types, who were just they fall asleep and have wet dreams of offensive playbooks and different ways to do double swing passes. Andy Reid would be jumping with joy if he got his hands. Y'all better not let Andy Reid get Jimmy Horn or LeJounte. LeJounte, again, I think he's more of that higher floor. I think LeJounte's a pro. I think LeJounte is just going to be a pro. I think Jimmy Horn has to, you know what I'm saying? He can go up there, you know what I mean? So, fuck it. Like, 3rd and 4th round, everybody's asleep in the 4th round, and I can get Shedeur Sanders 2 of his favorite targets, and then Will Shepherd, who's probably could go undrafted 5th round. Yo, if you're someone who's drafting Shedeur Sanders, and you're not someone who just wants to, let's prove if he's good. If you have any right mind, you say, let me go pick up these burners. One of them who was the fastest player in multiple top speed positions or multiple drills, and that already have great chemistry with Shedeur. Like, talk about making things easier for your rookie quarterback. Go ahead and grab both of them, and it's very possible you can get both of them. If Jimmy Horn don't keep sliding up, that's what's so crazy. But that's the thing I want y'all to remember. Everything I said about Jimmy Horn, understand. I think LeJounte is just gonna be a better pro. Like, and it's not about intangibles. Tangibles, because Jimmy Horn's he's gonna just kill you in every single way. There's the speed, the whatever, the eye test. Jimmy Horn's gonna beat, and I think that still allows him to be super explosive. But the thing about it is LeJounte going right underneath them, just as fast but a little taller, could do a little more dirty work. Bill Belichick would be salivating. Absolutely salivating. Congratulations to both these young men, because I think undoubtedly both of these young men are going to find their place on an NFL roster. And I think Jimmy Horn, don't look now, he can slide up to the 3rd round. I know that's crazy. I know that's insane. Why would they go this deep running back class, a decently deep receiver class? Why go there? I'm saying if you have the opportunity to pair Shedeur with someone he's gonna be comfortable with, that's all I'm saying. But y'all let me know in the comments, where do you think Jimmy Horn's going to get drafted? What do you think about LeJounte Wester? What do you think about their combine, their results, everything else in between? We went over most of the stuff, right? Obviously, their measurements, their reading. I'll probably have these pictures up and that. Y'all let me know. And what other type of videos I want to see. I'm going to have more draft stuff. I want to do a Quinn Ewers video. I want to talk about the general draft, winners, losers, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So y'all let me know in the comments what you want to see. I really appreciate the support on these videos, man. It's been a fun time doing these draft videos. So next wave of content is going to be still more NIL. Transfer portal is about to open up. Don't forget, we got to expose that transfer portal now. We're going to get to the bottom of it. I really appreciate y'all. Like the video if you like it. Dislike if you don't like it. Subscribe if you want to see more, man. And hey, hope you have a great day.